Okay, we've got a Xiegu X-108G here on the bench, and the Xiegu X-108 is a QRP rig. Works low power. It'll go up to 20 watts, and it's a great field radio. As you can see, it's small and pretty lightweight. This particular radio I got used, and it worked for a few months, and then the display went dark, and I'm going to see if you can see this here if I pull it up close. You can barely read the display in a Lightroom. It's pink. It's got a pink hue, and it's let me turn the light off so you can actually see it. Yeah, it's flickering, but it's very dim, and so it's not very usable unless you're in a dark room. So I did a search and found a replacement display for the Xiegu 108, and I'll put the information on that. I got it from AliExpress. Took a couple of weeks to get it shipped here. But we're going to go in and just double check and make sure that we have, there's an F1, and then you you hold the F1 down, and it'll go into a menu mode of all the different settings. And let's see. Yeah, there we go. You use the up and down keys to go, and I think there's a brightness. There it is, brightness, and it's at 100%, and we can change it to 0. In fact, let's just turn it down to 15%. Save it. Doesn't make any difference in the quality. So we'll go back into the menu mode. Scroll down to brightness and set it back up to 100. Just in case it does work with the new display. Well, I can't hardly read the numbers. There's 100. Save. Okay, see no difference in the brightness of the screen. So that's what we want to do. We want to change the screen on this little rig. So we're going to pull these screws off here. The front panel should just slip off. We don't have to disassemble the entire radio, I don't believe. So we're going to just work on this and discover the repair. There are videos out there on the replacement screen process, but I don't know that any of my subscribers have viewed that or have had any interest in viewing a screen replacement video. So that's what we're going to do here, and we'll hope that the issue is actually in the OLED, and the controller, which is right in here. This chip is part of the controller for the OLED. So we'll pull, let's see, what do we need here? Nope. Step down. Is that it? Yes, it is. Got to take the knobs off. Which use hex keys as well. Hex screws, excuse me. So these all the same length? Yeah. That'll come off once we get the encoder just slides off, and faceplate comes off. It's a little bit of dirt. I'm about to clean that up, and there's the display. The connection to the display is under the middle, as we will see in just a moment, and we should be able to pop this off. It's got double stick tape on each side, if I remember correctly. Yeah, probably can't see it on camera, but there's some double stick material on each side. So we want to be very careful in working getting that loose. Don't want to tear up the connection that it's hooked to. So we'll just run an X-Acto knife right down the seam there. Need to put a new blade in this. Okay. Let's take this snubber and lift it a little bit. We'll work the knife down. There we go. One. Helps to have a sharp tool. Go. Two. Okay. That's all there is to it. All right, now there's a clip. We'll zoom in, take a look. It's a retaining clip here that we have to pop down or up. Let's see, does it flip up? We just pull there. Okay, it just pulls out. But we've got to get this scoop off. They make two different versions of this display. They make a long wire and a short wire. The long wire has a long ribbon cable, about that long. This particular radio uses the short wire display. And I don't know if different serial numbers of these radios use different length cables. So before you order one, well, it's buyer beware. If you order the wrong cable, you can put a long wire in and it folds over nicely in here. and will still fit, but it'd be better to have the right display. Let me get some double stick tape. You can see where the lines where the OLED is supposed to fit. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Now, slide it in, fold it up. Let's see. Oh yeah, flips up. That's what it does. That catch just flips up. That's what I thought. And then it slides in and catches. There it goes. Okay. There it goes. It's caught. I've got to make sure this gets square. Perfectly square. Gently hold it in place. Alright, now before we put it all back together, let's check and make sure we have a display. Wow, brighter. Nice. Very nice. Beautiful bright display in the bright room. All white, no pink. Perfect. Okay. So we got that dirty. So we will use some lens cleaning material here. Get all the fingerprints off of it. Okay, perfect. Same goes for this side. Okay. And just in case I touched these pads, I'm going to use the alcohol to clean those. 6 pads. And then, so that these buttons don't fly all over the place, we're going to put the face down on top of it. Because if I flip this upside down, all of the membrane switch buttons will fall out. So there we go. It's in place. Perfect. Snug. Okay. It's turned off. Pointed that direction. Okay, there we go. And then the encoder only goes on one way. Okay. Let's try it again. Make sure everything is good. You got to loosen that. That's too pushed down too tight. There we go. Beautiful. Now, I'm just curious. Let's fix this knob. That's too tight. Pushed it down too hard. Well, get the right size Allen wrench here. There we go. Yeah, we pull that up just a little bit. Now it turns. Okay. So let's just, for giggles, let's see if we can adjust the brightness now. If the firmware actually does talk to the OLED. Okay, scroll down to brightness. And let's see if it adjusts. We'll go up, take it to 10%. Save. No, doesn't seem to affect it at all. So let's put it back to 100%, just in case we didn't notice any perceptible difference. Oops, didn't get it. Okay, back to brightness. Save. There we go. Boy, I'm proud of that. That turned out beautiful. I'm very pleased with that. I know you can't see. Let me see if I can turn the bench completely off. All right, let me turn the overhead lights off. Maybe we can get it to show up nice and bright. All right, very proud of that. Back to 100%, brand new, just like brand new. All right, let's double check and make sure all the buttons work. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep. Excellent. Turned out beautiful. Worth $20, isn't it? Actually made the radio usable again. All right, thanks again for watching the Vintage Tech.